Howdy guys, how we doing? Welcome back to another video of Amikin Survival. How we doing? Hope you guys are well. So, welcome to update 0.13. Now, we've got a few things to go through, so we'll try and go through these as quickly as possible, but we have some new features. So home base invasion, defeating Amikins in various locations now provoke the red nexus, triggering it to send Amikins to invade your base. During these invasions, your hardworking Amikins will rise as valiant defenders to protect your home. So yeah, so the home base invasion is actually going to be very interesting, just to see how what is actually required in terms of, I guess there'll be some sort of gauge to fill up. Once that gauge is met, then that's when the Nexus Fury will happen, and that's basically when we're going to need to defend our base, I guess, in that sense there. But we'll definitely have a look and see exactly what's changed in the UI to see what actually contributes to that as we go along. But the next part is the Amidices sorted by tier. Amidices are now better categorized by tier and Amikin evolution. To catch second evolution, all you need is D6 Amidices, which is actually a very welcome addition and refinement to the game, and I'll get into that a little bit more as we go along. But if you have any D8s, you can use them for second evolutions or hold on to them since they're already tier 5. Guess what? You'll be able to catch them in the future. Guess what you'll be able to catch in the future? Sorry. Wow. Okay. That's going to be interesting. So probably evolution 3s, I would imagine. It's probably going to be the way to go with that. Lighter recipes, crafting advanced materials just got easier. Instead of requiring 5 primary resources, we only need 4. So I knew this was going to sort of come in a sense as well. This little change with the lighter recipes. So just making it a little bit easier for us to craft more of the same thing. So that's actually a really nice thing that they've added. And then finally, we've got a Cora Leaper that has a shiny version. Prepare your Amidices and get ready to catch this rare find. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, so basically, home base attacked. Every time you defeat or catch an Amikin, the red nexus rage meter builds up. Okay, so there's going to be a meter, as I mentioned before, inching closer to the full-blown wrath. Once the meter is maxed out, the red nexus retaliates by sending angry Amikins to raid your base. During these raids, your hardworking Amikins will put down their tools and rise to the occasion as brave defenders fighting alongside to protect your base. If you manage to defeat the invading Amikins, you'll be rewarded with valuable resources. So that's good. We'll see what that is all about. However, if the invaders get the better of you, they won't leave empty-handed. Don't worry though; they only take raw resources. With a special focus on Ami materials, leaving your precious items untouched. Prepare your base, level up your Amikins, and get ready to show the red nexus that you're not to be messed with. Okay, so there you go. That's basically the synopsis of update 0.13. I'm just quickly having a quick look over the actual areas as well, just to see if there some additional changes. Universal box capacity increase. Okay, so all boxes now have 5 additional slots, giving you more space to store your valuable resources. Now double AFK, you can actually say that on the screen. So just for 10 gemlets you can get ×2 the resources. They did have this very early in the game, but it was actually a utilization to watch an ad, and then that will gain you the 2 additional ×2 XP, I should say. So you've got that, and the tree expansion is now up to level 13, catching mastery even further, setting the stage for future growth. And the Amikin card and fusion interface redesign, they look better than ever with a fresh new design, and the fusion interface has now been improved for a smoother, convenient experience. So there you have it, guys. I'm just going to increase the the volume there, but while I'm talking about the fusion chamber here, let's go ahead and have a quick little squizzle here, and let's have a look. So there you go. So the UI has been changed a little bit. You can see it's currently a worker. It's one of my favorites. I'll re-favorite that again, I should say. Rating as well. So all of this is pretty interactive. The UI looks a lot cleaner, actually. Kind of like how they've done this, so I'm a fan. I think that's pretty cool. What do you guys think in the comment section down below? Let me know. There's a fire, there's electricity, water again. That'll be your physical, electricity. What else we've got here? Earth. There you go. That looks pretty nifty, doesn't it? I think it looks pretty cool. I like that. Well, there you go. not going to spend too much time on this, but I just wanted to sort of show you guys while we're here. And this is the Nexus Anger as well, so that will fill up accordingly as we go along. So that that there is pretty cool. I like that. Now they mentioned with regards to the D6 die here. Now I've got D8, so I'm going to pop that away, and I've got myself a full stack of D6s as well. So I've got a few with me, so at least that way we can actually, you know, have a little bit of a play around it. Now the other thing that they sort of mentioned as well, what else did they say? Nexus Anger, Coral Leaper is the new shiny. Lighter recipes. Okay, so let's have a look at the recipe side of things as well. Now, is it across the board? I'm not sure actually. That really hasn't changed. So I would imagine if I go over to something like this here, so this is all 4 now across the board. So a little bit easier for us to actually, you know, make more use of crafting and things like that, which is pretty nifty. What else we've got here? The same deal with this as well, that can be said too. So we've got that, so it's actually reduced that. Now, the reason why that they've done this, right? Now, when new updates, you know, come through and we're obviously exposed to them, the intent is to slow down progression for players, right? Now, once the game gets to a state where the devs are, you know, able to sort of open it up a little bit more, they do little tweaks like this to sort of give you guys, you know, a little bit more freedom and a little bit more flexibility, you know, crafting things and all that sort of jazz. So that's the reason why that we have the, I guess, in a sense, the relaxed version of, you know, crafting more items and things like that, just to sort of give you guys a bit more mileage for what, you know, for what you do, because you're grinding and it takes a little while to do things. So, you know, that's the only reason behind it. So it will make a significant impact. It may not look like a lot on face value, but as you've got a lot more things going, it'll be a lot more better, right? So that's how I sort of see it. Now, we did mention that the Nexus tree did get an upgrade as well. So level 13, catch mastery plus 50. So that's huge. So I would have to suspect that there's going to be a massive update coming probably soon. Don't know exactly when, but unfortunately for me, I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball, so I need to actually upgrade my Nexus tree to get to a level 13 state to, you know, take advantage of it. But I would say, you know, it's going to be in the realms of tier 5, and that's what they sort of hinted in the patch notes. So that's something that we need to sort of, you know, I guess take heed in and ensure that we are, you know, ready to go, I guess. So that's basically it. Now, the other thing we wanted to sort of have a quick look at is there has been an expansion as well to the to our base. So what they've done is, if we go into the, I guess, in the build menu, they mentioned something about expanding the base out by 1 square. So I think that's what they've done here around this quadrant, I think, by the looks of things. So yeah, I think that's what they've done there. But I'm just going to quickly refer back to the patch notes here. Nexus tree expansion. Oh, it's just the expansion, sorry. It may have not have been your actual home base. So my apologies on that, but that's okay. Let's have a look here. So the Universal Box 3, well, I've actually maxed mine out, to be honest with you guys. So that's what I've got sitting here. So yeah, so we've got an extra row on the Universal Boxes, which is great. I'm quite happy with that. And especially that they've, you know, it's interesting that they've done that, only because that there might be things coming our way. Us getting more resources or accessibility to more resources might be the go here. So I feel like that's the reason why that they've done that, and I think that might be, you know, just an inkling as to, you know, for things to come, I would imagine. Now I'm over here in Mirrorwater Lake, just seeing if we can find or spruik a shiny Coral Leaper, and if we can, great. If not, well, that's fine. I'd love to go over and find the well, I'm going to go over to Sparkfall just to see if we can find ourselves some Amikins that we want to procure. Can we take you out and you out as well? Thank you very much. You've done exceedingly well, Zapster. So as you can see, and as we've taken out Amikins, we've actually got our little meter gauge that is popping up as well. So that we can see. Now I'm interested to see exactly how long that's obviously going to take. Now, I just realized there's Tsuka around here as well, which is something new to these parts. So let's go ahead and just take you out. There we go. Now, I haven't actually ventured into Mirror Water Lake for quite some time since it's been changed over, but you can definitely see the different grades in Amikin star level as well. So that is really interesting to me, only because that I spent a lot of my time in Stormforge, bit of Storm Echoes, and obviously as we go along, Sparkfall Canyon, right? Because I don't really have too much of a need for me to actually go down this way and, you know, get resources and things like that. You're noticing that I'm actually what do you call it? I'm actually just blasting through, not even picking up any of these bits and pieces here because I don't really need them right now. I've got sufficient amount of these things, so I'm not too phased about it. Fortunately, we haven't found ourselves a Coral Leaper yet, but that's okay. A shiny one, that is. So we can obviously continue on, and you can see the meter as well is actually increased quite significantly. So I'm a little bit worried about this, a little bit skeptical about this, only because that obviously we're going to have to go to and from quite quickly from home base back to home, you know, from a whatever specific location that we're at. And ooh, I'll grab that. Thank you very much. And only for us to return back in order to defend the base. So I'm a little bit, yeah, I'm a little bit worried. Just don't know how this is actually going to transpire. I'll let you take you out. Are you going to take him out? Why are you getting... Thank you. Here we go. When the rage reaches 100%, the base will be attacked. You must defend it. Okay, well there you go. Return to the base and prepare to protect your resources storage. Well, that's what we got to do, guys. So I intentionally wanted to see how quickly this would actually fill up, and you know, within the first 10 minutes we're already pretty much at a state that we actually have to go back and defend the base. So I feel like this is probably a little bit accelerated in my opinion. I don't think this is something that should actually stay the way it is. And to my point from earlier before, only because you're only going to spend X amount of time at a given location. Here we go, Nexus Rage. You've angered the red Nexus. Now you're in trouble. Wait for the guest. And they're basically going to come here. So all of our Amikins that are here are going to be pretty much thrown into battle. Now, I don't know if we can actually see where they're coming from. Oh, so it's actually going to happen in the next couple of minutes. So at least it gives us the, I guess, the ability to prepare ourselves. Now, for me, I can actually have a skip countdown that we can actually induce, and this will basically get us into battle right away. So let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. Now they're coming from up here, so there's a little meter gauge. Oh, so there's actually raiders in this as well. Interesting. Well, there you have it. Well, that's it. Well, that's all right. So it wasn't too bad. That was over before it started. Attackers were just a level 7. So what rewards did I get? Ooh. Okay, so they actually drop things. Ooh. Okay. And these are just essences. So I ended up getting a pistol. I got the access key card, so I got a few of those. I finally got myself some selected seeds, which I haven't actually ventured. It's half the reason why I haven't done it, because I hadn't gone to Mirror Water Lake, have I? So there you have it. That is how that works out, I guess. But for now, I'm just going to dump everything in here that I don't predominantly need at this point in time. It's nice to have a little bit more extra in terms of storage, which is actually a cool thing. But that actually happened quite quickly. So yeah, doing a quick little battle like that, it's cool, don't get me wrong. Now, we've got a Shoozy Puff here. 5%. Alright, let's get Zappy involved. Let's give him a hand. So they say that D6 is all that we need. So I've got a 40% chance to capture this one. Now I'm curious to see how much the meter gauge goes up as well for the Nexus Anger. So I don't know whether or not it's dictated by level of Amikins or, you know, what you capture. So it's gone up, it hasn't really gone up, but that was a D level, so that was pretty bad. So I've got a Medvin there. Ooh, who have we got here? Another shoes path. Okay. Now I don't actually have any of my tools and whatnot to actually do any mining, which I should have done. But what I can do is get some storm dew out of the deal and just continue and collecting that as we go along, because I am actually more interested in finding some Evo 2s. So let's continue on our merry little way, see if there's any about, and if there is, I should pop that there just in case before we do head into battle, of course, and to see what we actually come up with, I guess. Ooh, there's some more storm dew over here, so let's go ahead there. There's another one over here. Who have we got? Well, Tusk can't get you. Yeah, so that's still locked away. So that actually hasn't changed. Now, eventually, I would imagine that this should eventually change at some point. Okay, I want to get this. I want to get this toaster. Actually, no. Before you explode. There we go. Got ourselves an A level there. I'd love to just fuse you and see if we can max you out as well. So that is the intent with that. Can we just continue on? There's an Aqua over there. Alright, let's see what else we got over here. Let us see. Now I'm sort of trying to go to the places around Sparkfall just to find where these Evo 2s are, which I sort of normally know where they sort of spawn from. Then there's another one over there. Who have we got? Okay, so I've got an Ember Fluff. Sorry, an Ember Inks. Get out of there. Ember Fluff, Ember Inks. There we go. Start attacking for me. I should have brought. Should have tooled up for the right Amikins. Let's just go here. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more, and capture. So we're at 33%. What I probably should have done is I should have brought in some D8s just to sort of see the comparison. But I guess I'm going to do that probably in another video, just to sort of, you know, give you guys a bit of an idea to see if D8s are still relevant. And look at this, I'm burning through the D6s. Really? Well, I'm taking you out because that's just too much. And plus it's an Ember Inks, and I really don't, but I care for them, and I don't at the same time, because I prefer some other Amikins of an Evo 2 nature, you know, for me to sort of collect as opposed to that. You know, who we got over here? Like a duplex, do I really want to get a duplex? I suppose I should, but we can see it's only got 2 levels of what do you call it? Of evolution. So even if I max this fella out, it's probably not, you know, it's not going to be the most potent of Amikins. So am I wasting my time with it? Maybe. Oop. Just quickly collect you. Okay, get to 100%. Can you do it? Yes, you can. So I've got a level C as well. So, okay, not the greatest either. Now, thinking about these two, let's just grab these, pop these away, make a fighter, and I would like to make you a fighter. Why not? There we go. So I've got the 3 different elements, so we should be good to go. Who have I got over here? Okay, so I can't get you. There's another one over there. I really don't want that. But you sort of get the idea. So they are, well, you know, able to be captured. Now, I wouldn't go ahead and start using D6s willy-nilly, in a sense of trying to just sort of capture stage 1 Amikins. But I mean, you definitely could, and I really want to quickly heal myself before things go down. So like if I really wanted to, I could capture this Wiblet, which I don't want to because, yeah, Wiblet is, I've actually got everything ready for a Wiblet evolution, but no. So I can't even capture you, the Fujaw. But I would be interested in taking you. But you've only got 2 evolutions. Now, actually, that's one point I want to that I've just noticed and realized that I wanted to bring up. Now, in the prior update, all Amikins had 3 stars, right? So they had 3 stars, meaning that to give you the indication that there was a 3-star evolution for pretty much all of the Amikins. Now, post that, on this update, we can see that a lot of them only have 2. So that is interesting to me to know what Amikins that I would be focusing on to to spend my time and energy to try and capture the Evo 2, so I actually have a sufficient amount so I can go ahead and do an Evo 3 evolution, if that makes sense. So yeah, that is interesting to me. And what else is interesting, that all the capturing that I've done really hasn't impacted me on an anger level. So I don't know whether or not if there's a cooldown based on that. So let's quickly read this. The range of the Nexus increases when Amikins are killed or captured, and your base will be attacked once the anger level reaches maximum. Now, I've done a couple of captures. We've done a few defeats as well, and I really haven't seen that grow since we defended our base. So I don't know whether or not if that's a thing, where there's some sort of cooldown before it resets and restarts. So I don't know if that's a 24-hour thing. There really hasn't been any sort of insight to that. So if the devs are watching, let us know in the comment section, or maybe even put that into the Q&A or something like that for you guys. So as part of the feedback for new updates, I don't know, that might be something that might be worth valuable for a lot of people, including myself, because at least that way we know where things are at. And at least that way we know, okay, if we defended our base once, then we've got 24 to 48 hours free run, capture and defeat all the Amikins that we desire, and then thereafter we know that the meter gauge will fill up again, and then we have to go through that process again. I feel like that's something that might need to be explained, but that's just me. That's just my opinion, and of course my opinions are mine, all alone. I'm not interested in this shoesy puff, but like, I think you guys get the idea with this, right? I don't think we need to continue on, but I just wanted to just go through this and see. Ooh, I'd like to get you. Come here, you. See, and even the Aqualisk is only a stage 2. Now there is an Evo 3 variation of this as well, and I say that because, come on, you go for it, because we've seen it in the wild. It is a thing. So I don't know what is up with that. If there's something that we're missing out on, I have no clue. But like I said, I just wanted to sort of bring that to your attention too, guys. So 100%, I know that there is a third evolution to this. So whether or not they've mastered it, and I just want to sort of confirm that once we capture this Aqualisk. Beautiful. I'm getting a lot of S's. Haven't seen an SS actually, so that's one thing I wanted to point out. Okay, so let's go back into here. See, even Wispard, we know there's a third stage Evo in the Roth, right? So it doesn't appear that Wispard has the ability to be evolved into a Roth. Now, in fact, all of my Amikins are showing just Evo 2s and Evo 1s, right? So is that something that we need to be made aware of? I don't know. Or is it just a case of that they've removed the 3 stars, so we don't know who is going to be the third evolution, or who has the ability to be a third evolution? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. So I'm going to need to sort of play around with this and just sort of see for myself how that sort of works and how that sort of integrates into how we actually need to go about our business in Amatera. So yeah, I'm just sort of thinking out here, just sort of getting your thoughts around this too, guys. So let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are about how this has all been changed slightly. So it doesn't give us that indication now. So I'm guessing potentially we need to wait until we fill up the 2-star, and then we can go for an evolution. But again, I think we need to do a final fuse before that happens, or there's a final run at it. But again, that's something that we need to sort of discover together, and once we do that, at least we know. But anyway, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for me today. I want to thank you guys for stopping by, checking out this video. Let me know what you thought about the update in the comment section down below. But be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Hit that notification bell icon as well so you don't miss out. And yeah, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this one. I'm out of here. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one.